Hello, welcome. So now we've come to introduce the master symbol. So the master symbol is the final culmination of the Reiki. And when Yusui was teaching Reiki, he gave the attunement to the tools you've already had to thousands of people, but only a few people he felt were ready for this master symbol, and they had a lot of explanation of teachings to go with this symbol, and these teachings are lost because the political climate in Japan didn't allow for spiritual teaching, independent spiritual teaching. So, to present the master tool in the Reiki way, it felt like the teachings were lost and needed to be found. And they had to be the right teachings so that you could really have Reiki to be free for enlightenment. So there's been years of searching, actually, and reading lovely Buddhist texts, and much listening and watching on YouTube, looking for the right teachings. And then they came in an unexpected place, and that is this little book called the Gnostic Gospels, which is only a small book, yes. So why these teachings? Because they fit hand in glove. They are perfect. They're perfect. And you will see this, that the Reiki teachings were suppressed because of the political climate, and Jesus's teachings were suppressed from the Middle Ages, from quite early on, because of the political religious climate. So the truth of Jesus's teachings never actually made their way into the Bible. And I know this is controversial, but it's because Jesus was saying that the truth of what he called the kingdom of God is inside you all. And already I'm tempted to dive in and say that. Let me see. He said in the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, we'll take this one, he said, I tell you that the truth is within you all. Seek this inside. Those who search diligently and earnestly shall surely find it. So this is the words of Jesus, and he's saying that your truth is inside of you. And this is one of the reasons that this gospel was not included in the Bible, because in saying the truth is inside you, then everybody can find that for themselves. So they don't need a church or an outside authority. So the church is not going to choose this one for its teachings, you see. So in exactly this way, they're both like Reiki is looking for teachings, and the true teachings of Jesus are looking for understanding. And when you bring the two together, it is such a partnership of each illumining the other. That this brings the understanding which is necessary for the master symbol, because the master symbol is not making a person a Reiki master. The master symbol is the understanding that truth itself is the master, and the person is not in truth real, is not the person is just a layering up of aspects into an identity which is not actually true. And the truth is truth itself, which is your being, your essence, your awareness. And just to illustrate, drawn back here to this wonderful quotes from the Gnostic Gospels. In the Gospel of Thomas, Jesus says, "There are many looking down the well, but few are diving deeply." And this is a really good example to start off with of how each Jesus' teaching is illuminating Reiki, and Reiki is illuminating Jesus' teaching, because Jesus says, there are many looking down the well. This down the well, this is this chakra diving of awareness into itself and circling here. This is looking down the well, and this is diving deeply, because it's easy enough just to draw the symbol and say Choku-rei and think that's Reiki done. But to dive deeply, your attention has to really be with this sinking and really circle. In other words, be there for a space of time to allow this beingness to permeate your awareness. This is the purpose of the circling, is taking time for this. So this is really diving deeply. So in doing the Choku-rei, you are fulfilling what Jesus was talking about, of accessing what he calls the kingdom of God. So more on that to follow. But then he says, Jesus replied, "I'm no longer your master because you've drunk from living water. You're enlivened by the bubbling source which I've caused to flow." So this is in the Gospel of Thomas again. And this living water is what you draw up from the well. When you let down your bucket and draw up this water from this depth of your being, then somebody outside you is not your master, but this water that you draw up, this living water of truth, this is the master. And nothing outside. So he is saying again, when he says, I've caused to flow, it's his teachings about the well and the other teachings which will follow, which these teachings themselves access this truth, which when understood energetically, and as Reiki are the same things. When understood energetically, then its truth is apparent and felt. So, in using Chokurei and really being here in this depth, and the same goes with the attunement, for example, to Hon Sha Ze Shonen. In just putting the video on and playing it, this is good, but following energetically all the steps of the way, so that you are in this deep place of pure consciousness. So you are here for receiving this attunement, not from outside, from some other person, but from the pure consciousness itself, which is informing your awareness of its own existence in using this tool. So these matters, the understanding needs to be here in order to progress with the master symbol. Although in keeping with Usui, who wanted it to be easy and simple for everyone, and Jesus, who wanted it to be easy and simple for everyone, these videos in the Reiki Way are presenting it to you just in small steps, little by little, as the cockerel steps. And so so that the master symbol can be here with you, and all the just the 4 Reiki tools will become enlivened and living and rich for you. And the teachings of Jesus that were excluded from circulation until quite recently, these will be living truth for you, exactly the same. And the two together, your great bliss. Namaste, and thank you for listening.